guys, so today marks the start of my College Talk series. Now, I know a lot of you have been requesting college videos for years now, and I apologize for putting them off so much. But, yeah, anyway. I don't know what I was going to say there. So I will link my college Q&A and my roommate tag videos in the description box. Those are on my main channel. Those are the only other college specific videos that I've ever done, so feel free to watch those if you're interested. But this series is going to be topics that you guys have been asking me to talk about because I have been neglecting to do so. This one, as you can tell, is going to be about dorm life and kind of like roommate living, so hopefully that helps you out a bit. As a disclaimer at the beginning of all these videos, I'm probably going to say something like, every college experience is different. You cannot expect yours to be just like mine. Take it with a grain of salt because my feelings about college could be completely different from yours. My living situation could be different from yours. Everything could just really, truly vary. So just keep that in mind while you're watching. These are just my thoughts and my opinions and what I have come to find from my own personal experience. Alright, so I'm going to kind of start from the very beginning before I even got to college and how dorm life progressed. Because dorming, generally speaking, I believe is for freshmen. I don't know how it is done at other colleges. I think some people have to live in the dorms for more than 1 year. I know at my brother's school you can live in the dorms all 4 years, but for my college, dorms are only 1 year and then apartments can be the rest if you want to live on campus. Alright, so I was sent my whole suite, the names of all the girls that I would be living with, and then my roommate was also like listed on our room number, under our room number. So the way that I started communicating with her, I added her on Facebook because Facebook, obviously that's how you're going to be able to communicate with these people before you move in, but I knew she wouldn't be able to find me because my first name isn't my full first name. Anyway, Katie is just my nickname, as I said before. So I added her on Facebook and we chatted a bit. We kind of talked about our interests and, you know, like what we planned on majoring in. Very, very vague, basic questions that, you know, because we don't really know her yet. So we did discover that we were both dancers, which was really awesome because we automatically had that kind of tie, that link, that one way to bond, I guess you could say. So that was really cool. We also had a Facebook group thread thing with the other girls in the suite, so that I didn't really talk much in that. I just kind of followed along with what they were saying, but kind of shows how social I am already. Yeah, so that happened as well. So you can kind of do that too. I think it's pretty good to kind of get a head start on that kind of thing, knowing what kind of people you're going to be living with, and you can kind of put names to faces that way as well. So it's another good thing. So I was the first person to move into my suite. I moved in, I don't know why I moved in first. Like, I wasn't eager to be there or anything. I did have to get there a bit early because I had orientation. Some people go to orientation like in June or July, and I went in September when our school starts classes. So orientation, whew, that was, I don't like orientation. Anyway, basically when you're thinking about what to pack, I know I'm kind of going out of order, I'm sorry. Okay, packing lists on Google, just Google college packing lists, and those are actually pretty legit. I think the lists that are on there, are pretty good ones. So I would suggest following them. If you're going to school far away from home, like hours and hours away, or out of state, those are, I can't really help you with that because I only go to school 2 hours away from home. So yeah, I can, if I need something really, really badly, I could just go home and get it. It's kind of a long drive, but you know, it's doable. I get asked the question, you know, what's not on college packing lists that you should bring? I never have an answer for this. The only thing that I can ever think of are toothbrush covers. And the reason being, I think I've said this before, but we had cubbies in our bathroom, and I saw girls like knock other girls' toothbrushes to the floor, like on accident, and then just put them back in, and the toothbrush was on the floor and exposed to the floor. Germs. Bathrooms are dirty in college, guys, really dirty. So, ugh, toothbrush covers, definitely have those. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go backwards. So packing, did that. Moving in, kind of covered that. So, situating yourself with your roommate. So, some people are going to have singles. If you have a single, then you don't have anything to worry about. I had a double. There are also triples, which I'm so glad I didn't have a triple. I was very, very lucky to totally get along with my roommate. In fact, we were friends. We became pretty close, to be honest. And it's not going to be like that for everyone. I know people who have horror stories about terrible roommates and just not getting along at all and just being rude and stealing stuff. And I was really, really lucky. So my roommate, Yasmin, that's her name. I'm just going to refer to her as that because otherwise I'm going to get tongue-tied and stuff. So Yasmin and I spent a lot of time together since I was pretty much always in a room if I wasn't in class or making my secret YouTube videos at the time. We spent a lot of time just, you know, we ate together and we talked together and we got along really well. If you have a triple, I'm sure you're not going to be wanting to spend all your time in your room because it is crowded in there. Our suite was set up with, I believe I lived with 15 other girls total, so 16 of us. And we had like a living room area with a couch and a round table with some chairs and like a counter for like coffee pots and stuff like that. And we also had a fridge to begin with, but then it got taken away, which is kind of strange. Anyway, and then we ended up getting a TV that I never watched because I was antisocial. But that was like a nice living area. So I'm sure if you have a triple, you're going to want to be out there or be somewhere else. We also had a common room area for the whole building, so that's somewhere else you could go if you wanted to, but yeah. Okay, so RAs. I think it's important, make sure you at least meet your RAs. Make sure you know their names, know that if you ever need something that you can go to them. RAs are there for your assistance. So, I mean, they're not at your beck and call, but, you know, they're there for you. Just as a freshman, I think it's important to know that there's a resource for you. I did not utilize it. I talked to my RAs a few times, but not a lot. Yasmin was actually pretty good friends with one of our RAs, so I would see her kind of often, but I never sought her out or anything like that. But my older brother was an RA at his school, and I know that the RAs have a lot of work to do. I mean, it is a tough job being an RA, so kudos to any of you who are RAs or who have been, because you good. Alright, something that you should discuss with your roommate or your suite mates actually is just guests. How you're going to deal with having people visit and stay over, because that's something that you really need to be aware of. Our rules in the building, this wasn't like our choice, guests were not allowed to sleep like on the couch in the living area. If you had guests, they were supposed to stay in your room. So that's something that you guys should probably talk about. If there's going to be guys or co-ed situations, you know, just be aware of that. I feel like it's not a big deal as much because there are plenty of co-ed dorms. Mine wasn't co-ed, but so that kind of thing is like not a big deal. But I did have like random guys sleeping on my bed when I was gone, but Yasmin always like communicated with me and made sure that that was okay with me. Just make sure that you talk about this, because you don't want to have like random people in your room that you don't know, and then it's all awkward and confusing and stinky. Stinky. Communal bathrooms. Okay. Now, again, I lived with 15 other girls. We had 3 showers, so 2 regular showers and 1 handicap shower. We lived on the first floor, so we were the handicap floor. We had 2 bathroom stalls, like toilet stalls, and 4 sinks, and we had the wall with the cubby hole things for like toothbrushes and stuff like that. So timing when you're going to take a shower is kind of difficult because you have to gauge based on other people when they shower. Some people are really consistent. Like I always showered at night around the same time. It was usually around like, I want to say 9 p.m. I can't really remember exactly, but I think that was around when I would shower. Or later, like a lot later. But some people are morning showers. They have to shower in the morning. So you kind of have to gauge depending on the other people. how communal bathrooms were. Honestly, I didn't feel like it was as bad as, it wasn't like as nightmarish as you would think it would be. I wasn't a fan of it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. So, as far as what I kept in the bathroom, what I kept in my room, so I kept like my toothbrush, my toothpaste, floss, mouthwash, all like basically like dental hygiene stuff in my cubby, because it's not a huge cubby. And plus, this other girl named Katie decided that she wanted to share with me. I don't know if it was because my name was Katie or what, but anyway, so I didn't even have the full cubby space, which is annoying because I was the first one to move in, and I was like, I labeled it and everything, and I was like, ugh. Anyway, I'm not bitter. The things that I kept in my room, so my shower caddy. So I would definitely suggest bringing a shower caddy or getting one once you know what your bathroom situation is going to be. That kept my shampoo, my conditioner, all my like shower bathing stuff, razor, washcloth, that kind of thing. So that was, I took that back and forth from my room to the bathroom every day. Another thing that I suggest you getting, if you don't have one already, is a bathrobe, and one that is long enough and covers everything, that's not like sheer and like satiny or anything, unless you want to rock that. More power to you. But there are many instances when I happened to just, you know, come across guys just waltzing through our hallway as I came out of the bathroom. I actually met a guy coming out of the shower, and he had a full-on conversation with me, and I was like, bro, I just came out of the shower, can I go in my room now? And that is a story in its own. Oh jeez. But yeah, bathrobes, pretty good idea. Alright, so as far as roommate situations, the only thing that Yasmin and I kind of conflicted with was our sleeping schedules. As I said before, I'm a night owl. I like to stay up late at night, but she always went to sleep pretty early, and she wanted to wake up early, so our schedules were so conflicting. So that was something that we kind of butted heads about. So just be considerate. Try to work it out so that you guys aren't annoying each other that way. I know that like I wanted to keep like even my desk lamp on at night, but even that was kind of too bright for her sometimes. She got like a sleep eye mask and stuff, and I mean, who wants to sleep with one of those on? But yeah, so that was one thing that didn't really work well with us, but we managed. So just being very considerate of each other is really important, because you don't want to get on the other person's nerves because you are living with them, and you don't really have any escape, because eventually you're going to have to come back and sleep in the same room as them. So just make sure you handle that before it gets really bad. Speaking along those terms, if your roommate's doing something that pisses you off or annoys you, just don't bottle it up inside. And I know I'm like the last person who should be saying that, because I bottle up everything, but it's important that you don't start to like hold a grudge against your roommate, because that could just be a really, really bad situation. So if there's anything, even if it's a small thing, like maybe they, I don't know, left the door unlocked a couple times and, you know, that bothered you, just make sure you say something like, hey, can you make sure you check the doors locked before you leave, because, you know, I don't want my stuff getting stolen, and usually it's not a big deal, so just make sure you just, you know, communicate. Speaking of locking doors, this is something that my suite was too lax about. We lived on the first floor, there's break-ins, they were so much more likely to happen for us, because they always like to leave our doors open. We had one door that goes like down the hall and then the living area, and then there's another back door. And they love to leave these doors unlocked all the time, or open, or just available for anyone to access. And I was very uncomfortable with that, so I always had my bedroom door locked. And a lot of the other girls had their doors wide open without anyone in them, just, you know, like whatever, like free reign. I wasn't like that. I wanted to make sure that none of my stuff ever got stolen or even accessed. I didn't want random people in my room, so just make sure you're just aware of that kind of thing. If you live on the first floor, especially like I did, just lock your windows, lock your doors, just be safe. Use common sense. I don't know what else I have to say about dorm life. Overall, you guys could probably guess, I wasn't really a fan of it. It's a great way to start college, I guess, because you are automatically in this situation with a bunch of people you can become friends with. There's boys and girls, and you know, there's just a lot of people you can meet and socialize with and stuff like that. But as I've said before, too many times probably, I'm not a social situation kind of person. I kept to myself a lot, and I'm sure people thought that I was antisocial and stuff like that. Like, why aren't you getting out? Like, why don't you want to hang out with us? And they would talk to Yasmin kind of about like why, like I would, like, did I not like them, like that kind of thing. And I don't know, that's just kind of how I am. Like, I didn't really feel like getting to know any of them very well. It wasn't really in my interest. So just kind of, you know, if that's how you are, just, if you're okay with that, if you're okay with people thinking that you're like stuck up or whatever, then, you know, that's up to you. But I was, you know, okay with it. Whenever anyone talked to me directly, of course I would talk back to them and not talk back, but, you know, just have a conversation with them. And it wasn't a big deal or anything, but I just never sought anyone out. I wasn't like, let's go party, or anything like that. So, clearly comfortable saying things like that. I guess that is all I have to say. Just, yeah, dorm life wasn't my favorite thing, but it can be really, really good. I know that there are a lot of people who love living in the dorms and just love campus life in general. So just, you know, again, take what I have to say with a grain of salt, because my situation is very different from everyone else's probably. Okay, so that's all I have to say. Good luck if you guys are going into freshman year, or not. Still good luck. Who doesn't need a little luck these days? And I will talk to you in my next video. Leave below what college topic you want me to talk about next, because I've had requests for people to talk about classes and that kind of thing, like choosing a major and stuff like that. So just let me know what you want me to talk about next, and I will. Okay, that's it now. Bye.